So to get started, since Google Forms is part of Google Drive, I'm going to log into drive.google.com. You'll see that I have a G Suite account, which means that it's a school account. Even if you have a personal account, this will still work. I'm going to go over to the far left and click the word New. And this will give you shortcuts to a new file or folder upload, as well as docs, sheets, and slides. To get to Forms, you need to click on More and choose Google Forms. This will open a new tab up here at the top with a new one titled Form. To name your form, simply click in the top field and give it a name. And I'm going to call this one Utah State Facts. And the description will be pretty simple. And so that's my set of directions. You can be more specific with that or even put in links to things like YouTube videos or whatever you need. Then I come down here to Untitled Question and I start putting in my questions. So the first one I'll make really simple. And then I put in the answers or the options. Okay, so I know the correct answer is 1896, but I'm going to put in some distractors. So I'll start with 1776. And then it suggests things I could add, like different numbers, but I'm just going to keep hitting the Enter button to put in some more dates. There we go. And this will be a required question. And then I'm going to click over on the far right, Add to add another question that's different, or I can import some questions from other forms. One button I really like is this little duplicate button down here. If you duplicate the question, you could then go and ask a similar question but leave the same possible answers. So this one might be, what year did the colonies declare their independence from England? All right. And so just so you can see the demo here of other types of questions you could ask, I'll add another question, and then this one will be not a multiple choice, but I'll come over to this little text area here, and I can choose checkboxes, drop down, short answer, paragraph, things like that. This time I'll do a short answer one and put in who was the first governor of Utah. And we'll come back to that when we get to do our answers here in just a second. So yeah, I'm just making them all required so that they have to answer it in order to submit it. So even if they put in something wrong, you get that. And by the way, the first governor of Utah was?
The first governor of Utah was Brigham Young.
I never would have guessed that. Okay, so I go back up to the top. And this is where your questions will live. Over here, if you want to customize the theme or something, you could like choose a picture from your computer or go with a color that you like. This is the button to preview it, this little eyeball here. And then under settings, this is where we can go and change it from a general form to a quiz. So as soon as I throw this switch, make this a quiz, I can then go in here and lock the mode that the Chromebooks are in. That's only going to be on if you're in a school account. It won't be in a private account. I can go to release grade either immediately after submission or later. I can turn on email collection. And what that means is then it asks the students their email, or they have to be logged in to answer the questions, and then you can determine what they see, missed questions, correct answers, things like that. Now once I've done that and clicked save, my interface on the form is going to change just a little bit. I have to pick which answer is correct. So when you're in your multiple choice ones, you'd come down to answer key, and then you could add some answer feedback or whatever, but you have to click what year it was that it became a state and make how many points it's available. And then you can say done. And if I wanted to give feedback, I could type something in here. Incorrect answers, I could say like try again. And then I can also give feedback for their correct answers. Another thing you might have noticed in there when you do the feedback is you could add like a YouTube video or a link to a website. So if you wanted the kids to go and watch a video about that question or visit a website, you could click on there and add the link. All right. So I need to do that for my other two questions. What year did the colonies declare their independence? So I go to answer key, click the correct answer. And then for the third one, click on it, go to answer key, add a correct answer. The first governor was. And if you wanted to add multiple ones, you could say, oh, well, I'll give them credit if they say be young or something like that. Or if you want to give them credit for not putting capital letters, which you shouldn't because names should be capitalized. But that's where you put in all of your answer key. And when you're done, you click done. Oh, this one I forgot to give points to. So that's one thing you have to be careful about. That will be worth 1 point. This question as well. To edit it again, I just click on it, go to answer key, make it worth 1 point. And now my quiz is all done and ready to go. And once you have your quiz built, you come up here to the send button and you have some options. You can email it to your class, you could get a link and then share it, or you could embed it. And if you use Google Classroom, it's real easy to add it as a link that way as well. If you're using Canvas, I'd recommend embedding it and then embedding it on a page. So that's it in a nutshell. You create a form, give it a name, directions, add questions, then you go to settings, throw the switch for quizzes, make it a quiz, set your settings, and then fill in the answer key. Now, one thing I should point out is if you are working in a school district and you're going to be giving this quiz to people that are not in the school district, remember to go to your settings, general, and uncheck this box. This way, people that may be parents or students from another school district will be able to take the quiz because they won't be in the same Google Apps for Educators or Google Suite email account. Also, once you've given it a name, if you just click on Untitled Form, magically it turns into the name you gave it on the quiz. Hope you enjoy using Google Forms to create quizzes, and I wish you the best of luck with it.